Are you prepared to face Aranax? Then it is time. May your gods accompany you to the other side and help you to stop Aranax.
Yes? What is it? Your presumption is correct. And who might I have the pleasure of addressing? Well, what brings you to my corner of oblivion? Interesting. And just what is it that you are going to stop me from doing? I have so many things on my social calendar these days, it is difficult to know which you are making reference to in particular. You will not permit me? How droll! You really have absolutely no idea what you are involved with here, do you? That is a feeling I have much familiarity with. Sometimes I feel that my fate was decreed from an early age. Do not misunderstand me. I take full responsibility for my actions. Though, how are one's actions determined, really? How is our view of the world shaped? Mine was shaped by arguably the most powerful individual in the world, my father. He raised me on tales of the righteous superiority of the elves and the destiny that brought us to rule over all the races. What did he expect? He shoved a young, immature, and inexperienced fool into a position of immense power and set me loose on the world. Why didn't he stop me? He should have stopped me. Most certainly. I have had 2,000 years of my grievous errors and judgment replaying themselves in my mind. One tends to grow a bit of a conscience in all that time. I did no such thing. I've been here for ages. Do you really think I could reach across the void to torment you? You fool! You think this is my protection? This is my prison! I've been trapped inside this shell for nearly 2,000 years! I assure you, it is not a light-hearted jest, though I wish that it were. I have been trapped here since soon after I was banished to this realm. This is Kurgan's doing. When I first came here and realized what he was becoming, I attempted to stop him. Our battle was intense, yet brief. As you can see, I was not the victor. He wasn't powerful enough. He held me with this binding magic when I was regenerating. It looked as if I was correct as to the effects of his experimentation, though. His dark magics have transformed him hideously, in body and spirit. Nothing, strangely enough. He went quietly to his fate. I wouldn't attribute his attitude to cowardice. He was resigned to his fate. Somewhat like me, he would not change his course or compromise his beliefs, regardless of the inevitable outcome. His brilliance was such that I don't think any of us understood what was going through his mind, actually. Fascination would be a more appropriate term. I am intrigued by the workings of his brilliant, twisted mind. Have no doubt, though, I would destroy him without a second thought, were the opportunity to present itself. Regret? No. Though I can't help but feel that I was so set against him simply because he was human. Regardless of my childish excesses, though, there is no denying the base evilness of his actions. Being that I am trapped in here, my opportunities to get information are, shall we say, a bit limited. On the rare occasion Kurgan has deigned to visit me to play his intellectual games, he has dropped some veiled clues that might make sense in light of what you've told me. If I had to hazard a guess, I would say Kurgan is impersonating me. It sounds as if these dark elves you mentioned have patterned themselves after the misguided philosophy of my youth. They are proving to be powerful allies in his quest to return to Arcanum, it seems. I doubt they would be willing to help Kurgan the Terrible return to exact his revenge. That would appear to be the case. If you were able to facilitate my release from this prison, it would be my pleasure to help you destroy Kurgan. I'm not saying it will be easy to defeat Kurgan. In fact, the attempt might be fatal. Yet, I believe it worth the risk. We cannot let him return to Arcanum. It would mean the end of all life there. I have a few acquaintances on this side that may be interested in helping us as well, should you succeed in releasing me. Then our task should be at least a fraction easier. All we need to do is hurt him enough so that he attempts to regenerate himself, and then you can use the device on him. Of course, this is easier spoken of than accomplished. I'm afraid I do not know. I do not believe Kurgan could maintain this from a distance, so there must be something near here. What are your questions? I do not know. I would assume the gate they are building is located somewhere near Kurgan's castle, though. I do not know much, but what I do know is that there used to exist some sort of civilization here, and the world was not broken up into distinct land masses. I do not know if some ancient war destroyed this realm, or if it was the doing of one of the heinous villains the Council banished. It seems irresponsible in hindsight, but at the time they felt the void was oblivion. Nothing was supposed to be over here. Many thanks for releasing me from my horribly lengthy incarceration, sir. I am at your service. We could do well to recruit some help. I know some beings in this realm that we might be able to convince to follow us. Perhaps you have heard of them. The Bane of Kree, Gorgoth, and Krakatoa. We can only hope. We will have to convince them that Kurgan is a danger to them as well. I don't know. We will need to find a way to navigate amongst the different land masses of the void using the ancient portals. Most assuredly.